Ease off there, fella. Earl, I'm so late. Which way's Leicester Square? Where's Leicester Square? Hillbilly Music Club. Would I be going even? Oh, God damn it. Earl, I know we're close. I can smell it. Keep in touch, Earl. I'm so late. No, it's me.
All right. The British Prison Exchange Program is now very proud to present, all the way from the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary in Tennessee, the only man who would steal a car and then keep up the payments. Please go wild and crazy for my friend, Mr. Otis Lee Crenshaw!
Mr. Orson Carson, ladies and gentlemen. Alvin Watson. Fine musicians. Good fellas from broken homes. But sweet, how are you? Oh, Christ, ladies and gentlemen, to be performing somewhere that ain't got chicken wire in front of the stage is a treat for us. My God, how are you there, big fella? Look at you sitting in the front row all duded out there in sexy maroon shirt, with your friend right there. How you doing, buddy? Nothing sadder and lonelier than seeing two men sitting together with no sweethearts in their arms. Now, I know she's with him, and I know you might be with him. At least you will be before the night's over, if you know what I mean. Otis guides you up that river of passion, if you know what I'm talking about. But that leaves you, fella, sitting all alone in your little seat of loneliness. Are you a little lonely there, fella? You got 3 diamonds on your shirt, but no heart. That says lonely to me, fella. Are you a country music fan there, fella? Because I see you as a man who spent a lot of time just lying on the floor with that bottle of Jack Daniels. And that little 3-diamond shirt of yours. Wondering how a woman might have walked across your heart like a Samoan man in golf shoes. And then you grasp that bottle for sustenance, but there ain't nothing underneath it, is there, fella? What kind of work you do there, fella?
Work in a bank.
You work in a bank. Oh, bank boy. How sad is it? Now, let me tell you a little bit about economics there, bank boy, and I'm talking about the economics of the heart. Because I know that all your bank accounts and saving loans and bonds ain't going to keep you warm at night there, bank boy. It takes a woman. It takes a woman, because if you ain't depositing that little thing called love, you're just withdrawing loneliness. You know what I'm talking about? And it takes a real woman to crawl into bed with you in the middle of the night, because all them bank statements they ain't never gonna call out the name that you need to hear in the middle of the night. That's right. No loan application ever crawled into bed and called out, "Bang boy." That's right. They haven't perfected that kind of technology yet, have they, bang boy? Oh my God. You need to put down the spreadsheets and get under the bed sheets, if you know what I'm talking about, bang boy. Because if you ain't got a woman to love you, you're just gonna be lying there on the floor with them big salty, lonely tears rolling onto all the bank statements that you bring home with you at night because you didn't bother to finish them during the daytime. I don't think I ain't been to goddamn Barclays before. Now, let me tell you something. When them tears get into them bank accounts and start wiping out whole corporate numbers, obscuring zeros after zeros, and suddenly the Sony Corporation finds out they ain't got no damn money anymore, they're gonna come looking for your ass. That's right, there's gonna be a huge multinational corporate fight. And somebody's gonna end up in jail. It's gonna be you, bank boy, because you didn't pay enough attention to your own heart. And there's a special place in prison for men who work at banks, and when a 6'8" Mexican transvestite is calling out your name in the middle of the night, the last thing you need to hear in jail is someone calling. Bang, that's right. Because they're gonna be making a deposit that you just really don't want to take. So think about it. Think about it, bank boy. Bank boy. Don't you worry, bank boy. There's gonna be somebody for you. There's somebody for everyone, huh? Best moment in your life, or any man's life, is when that woman walks into a room full of people and stares across that sea of faces into yours and says, he's the one. Most of the time it's happened to me has been in a police lineup, but what the fuck? Feel free to dance. I'm on a 6'1" against this chart on the wall, but when she's identifying me, I feel 10 feet tall. There's only 5 guys here, so if she singles me out, kinda makes me feel special, makes me feel proud. Well, she can put her finger on me, the rest of her too. Any kind of attention from that woman would do, but women call it stalking. Men call it stalking. It's just selective walking. But women with their tendency to exaggerate, gonna hug her, gonna mug her, gonna see her some more. Hey, judge, read the charge just a little bit slower. She said she'll see me in court. Well, I can't wait. She calls it a trial, but I call it a date. When the judge throws a book of attendance, a bouquet. 'Cause I'm gonna marry that woman someday. You can tell the woman that you love her face to face, or you can do it from a phone call that can't be traced. Women like lunch, women like roses and corn and a bun. Some women like flowers and hedges and trees. Unless you're standing behind one, then they call the police. When I see her, there'll be tears down my face. It might be love and it might be mace, but women call it stalking. Women call it stalking. Just the kind of attention to get you right back in prison. Gonna hug her, gonna mug her, gonna see her some more. Hey, judge, read the charge just a little bit slower. I'm from the little Darwinian rewind button of a place called Brushy Mountain. You know what I mean? When I say poor, I mean blues singers used to show up at our house when they had writer's block. That's how poor we were. Salvation Army would show up and surrender. Poor. Every once in a while you get a knock on the door in Tennessee like, how you doing? I want to invite you to a party. There's going to be drinking, dancing, fucking, and fighting. Oh yeah, who's going to be there? Just you and me? Right. Sign me up. His name was Jack Daniels Crenshaw. No surprise what he liked to drink. Used to drink down there at a bar called Russell's. The owner, Russell, had a Jack Russell named Daniel. The most fucked up conversations you ever seen in your life right there. Some nights my daddy comes staggering home with Jack Russell on his breath. You didn't even ask questions when that happened. Right under the mattress and hope for the best. He wasn't easy. Man did a lot of talking with his fists, if you know what I mean. Right, Orson? He was a puppeteer. You ain't gonna amount to nothing, you piece of shit. Them words hurt, even if they're coming from a piece of green felt with ping pong balls for eyes, let me tell you. So I took to writing these country and western songs, and I know what some of you are thinking. You don't like country and western. I can look in your eyes and tell. Most of it is shit, and you know it's shit. That Garth Brooks, that weeble can kiss my ass. He don't know what it's like. A little black and white checkered Regency linoleum tile shirt and fucking flipping around in the air. He ain't never poured bourbon over his cornflakes at 4 in the morning. Falling in love with a truck stop waitress with an ass that looks like he pushed a waterbed down a pair of Wranglers. Now that's the country that I'm talking about, people. And Nashville never gave me a goddamn chance. And if you don't know what country music is, it's lying on the floor there with that bottle of Jack Daniels, right, fella? And just wondering where you went wrong. And you think, God damn, there ought to be a way to take all this heartache and depression and turn it into some instant cash. You go down there to Nashville and try to peddle your songs, and they reject them. And now you've been rejected by a woman and a record company, and that's exponential rejection. I hope you people never have to go through that. So if this song don't never see the light of recording day, I don't give a flying fuck, people, because at least it's honest. You remember nights beneath the Milky Way. Held you in my arms, darling, now we'd sway and lean against that old wood fence or a tree trunk. I guess I said I loved you about 1,000,000 times. Felt the earth go spinning when you said that you'd be mine. Do you remember? Well, I don't, 'cause I was drunk. I held you oh so many nights, it seemed just like a fog. Could have stroked your head and said, sweet girl, could have thought you were my dog in spring or span. That old Jack Daniels, how far I've sung. But I used to write you lovers' poems all the time. You said it didn't matter that the rhyming scheme was awkward. You remember? Well, I don't, 'cause I was drunk. Did we have kids? I don't remember. Did we get married last October or September? Ain't it funny how the alcohol just don't affect the heart at all? 'Cause darling, in this sober life, you're looking just as pretty. I haven't touched a drink since we got to Salt Lake City. These boring Mormons don't have hormones, they just exist. Cracking fucking good round there, people. The mountain trees are rustling and the sun is sinking orange. And I'd like to make a rhyme right now, but I painted myself into a corner. You remember? Well, I don't, 'cause I was drunk. That making you feel better about yourself? Thank boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Johnny Cash here, and all I can say is it'll probably be less than you hoped for, but more than you expected. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Johnny Cash.
Hello, my name is Johnny Cash. Every time I say I'm Johnny Cash, everyone says, the Johnny Cash that's had a recording career last over half a century, addicted to drugs and drink, had a droop problem, found Jesus, settled in Jamaica, kind of made a bit of both of it all, and I say, no, I'm not that Johnny Cash. No. I'm Johnny Cash, you know, I'm Johnny Cash, you know, I'm that Johnny Cash. But we got a lot in common. I got a lot in common with that Johnny Cash, you know, both wear black, deep voice. I've also sung in San Quentin, not the prison, the tapas bar. Another thing I've got in common with Johnny Cash, a love of country and western music. I love country and western music, but I'm trying to do something different with it. I'm trying to bring it into the 21st century, so that we can sing about things that are really affecting our lives now. You know, Johnny Cash and a lot of country singers, they sing about dogs and blankets and, you know, critters, whatever they are. My style of country music is to make it a bit more technological. I sing about genetic engineering, space travel, you know. But the big issue with me is the global imperialism of multinational companies. I think that's a subject that country and westerns never had the guts to deal with. And I'd like to sing about an empire, a big company who I once thought were very good, but now I'm not so sure. And that empire is Disney, and I'm going to sing a song about Disney and where they did me wrong. Oh, Pinocchio was made of wood, and he taught me lies do you no good. Your nose gets bigger with every one you tell. And Pocahontas at the age of 9 taught me interracial love was just fine. And Bambi taught me always love your mom. And then there was Peter Pan. He was partly boy and partly man, and that did confuse me, gave me a fright. But along came Mowgli, the jungle kid. His mom was a bear and his dad was a chimp. And despite those problems, he turned out fine. So I made a vow on April Day to live my life the Disney way. You understand, people? I love Disney! So Route 1 last year, last May, I moved to Orlando, FLA, got a job at Disney World, sweeping the pavement. It was a dream come true, the pay was good, I loved the work and all kinds of perks. They even gave me a 2-week paid vacation. I drank some beer and I lazed about and I kinda let my hair grow out. I had a 2-week growth of beard, I was kinda hairy. I went back to work for the folks that hired me. The boss called me in right there and he fired me. He said, "It's the beard, son. It's unsanitary." I couldn't believe it. I looked him right in the eye and I said, "Let me get this straight. Every day folks leave their house and come here to meet Mickey Mouse, a diseased infested rodent who lives in walls. And Donald the duck, who's never been seen anywhere near water so he can't be clean. And Goofy's a dog, so he's probably licking his balls. And you got the nerve to fire me from the job I love? So I went to the store and I bought some scissors, razor blades, and a pair of tweezers. I went down that Main Street parade, I was feeling low and mean. So sure enough, at the corner of my eye, Sneezy and Bashville came marching by. I wrestled those midgets to the ground and I shaved them clean. And then there was Blackbeard and Captain Hook, and Baloo the bear from the Jungle Book. I shaved injury and chauffeur from that hairy hypocrite. I was mad! Every day folks leave their house and come and meet Mickey Mouse, disease-infested rodent who lives in walls. And Donald's a duck who should never be seen anywhere near water because he can't be clean. And you fired me because I got a beard? That's just mad! Thank you. I'm Johnny Cash. Good night.
Ex-convict, I have to appreciate the better treatment that prisoners receive in this country. I'm only saying that because for the next 4 years, with George W. Bush as president of the United States, one of the biggest fuck knuckles to ever walk the face of the planet, a man whose genealogy has never quite been explained. His father was president, but somehow he's actually older than his father. Man has put hundreds of people to death when he was governor of Texas. Not personally, but that was always the last phone call that they have to make was to George damn Bush, sitting there saying, well, fry him, just fry him. Like after 30 or 40 calls, he's even paying attention to the calls anymore. Thinks he's ordering a pizza half the time. Just make it an extra crispy crust, you bastard. I gotta go. It ain't right, people. A lot of them men are on death row, sadly, because they have death row names. That and the fact they killed someone, but basically it's because they have a death row name. Come on, if your name is Wayne Lee Turner, you're gonna fry. No getting around that. You were marked from day one, John Wilson Henley. Damn. Change your name before you kill someone, you idiot. Something so stupid they'll throw you out of the courtroom. Jizz Biscuits Murphy. There's a good one. Jizz Biscuits. What the hell are you doing in my courtroom again, Jizz Biscuits? Just get out of here. You scamp, Wayne Lee Turner, you are gonna fry. But it ain't a pretty place to be, and I can tell you right now, all them songs about prison don't really hold up to scrutiny, do they, Orson? Let's play that more popular prison song, but I think you'll find it doesn't quite hold up to the light of day. Go on and play it. Yeah.
The war threw a party at the county jail. The prison men were there when they began. Well, the band were jumping and the joint
Wait a minute. The warden threw a party at the county jail. First of all, no, he didn't. Next verse. All I'm saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just saying that the warden is not sitting around thinking I need to show my appreciation to all the prisoners. I'm going to throw them a little party. We'll have a little prison ice sculpting there, a little prison jet skiing. We'll have that prison band that's always sitting around ready to wail. You wouldn't be allowed no instruments in prison larger than a ukulele or a harmonica, so it's a little hard to goddamn wail when you're playing Polynesian surf music. British prison handbook clearly states that loud and offensive behavior of any type, such as wailing, would not be allowed, and you would be adjudicated and put into solitary confinement for wailing. Unless you were Muslim, then you'd be allowed to wail twice a day. Play that next verse.
Said we're sitting on a block of stone, way over in the corner, weeping all alone. The one said, "Hey, buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a pond to use a wooden chair, well, let's rock."
Sad Sack. The man's name was Sad Sack. Sitting on a block of stone, weeping. Does that not indicate to you severe clinical depression? I ain't no psychiatrist, but I'm pretty sure advising someone depressed just to dance around with a wooden chair ain't gonna make them feel a whole hell of a lot better about themselves. If that was the case, half the manic depressives on the planet they'd be down there at IKEA waltzing around with a 3-piece living room suite, feeling happy and peppy. Pay attention to this next verse, because it's a corker.
Number 47 said to number 3, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see."
Some of you can see this one coming. I'm pretty sure if a prisoner comes up to you and says, "You're the cutest jailbird I ever did see," ain't nothing left to do but order a wedding dress and print up some invitations. 'Cause you're on a donkey ride to hell. Prisoner number 3. It's the third oldest prisoner in the system, ain't it? 120, leave the man alone. Kind of a weird homoerotic geriatric sex is taking place and the man is going to lose a hip. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going to interrupt you anymore. Go on, play that. Finish it out there.
Come on, everybody,
Yeah.
let's rock.
Horace and Carson, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody in the old cell block.
Albie Robson. This is where we come out of the realm of pornography into real live entertainment. As you well know, in white trash in America, they just don't lay around and litter things. They're all kept in a little receptacle, little metal boxes. And this is a song about growing up in one of them boxes. Bedroom smells like old cat urine. Sheets as thin as shrouds of Turin. It's some life we're enduring, but we'll make it through. In the backyard there's a plastic sheet. It's blue and measures 20 by 25 feet. So people up in airplane seats will think we've got a pool. We're a little short on cash. We're poor and white and trash, but we do the best we can in Trailerland. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Catherine Porter.
The days are hot, those summers parted. Billy's glad that first grade started. For a while we thought he was retarded.
Turns out his pants were just too tight.
And sometimes when days get stagnant, he gets bored and eats fridge magnets. His speech gets slurred and he speaks in fragments.
And I gotta peel him from the side of a trailer.
The truck could use another clutch.
And people think we drink too much, but we don't give a damn in Trailerland. We both know there'll come a day big twister will just blow it all away. Just 100 scattered miles of plywood, rust stained tin. We'll stand by that concrete pad crying, oh my God, we lost everything we had. But the truth is we didn't have that much to begin with.
The roof leaks every time it rains. The walls are covered with rusty red stains. I just put up picture frames, pretend they're watercolor.
Grandpa's sitting by the door, got hit by lightning in the Korean War. Some days he picks up F-94 off his molars. But when that music starts to play, we just dance the night away in this little patch of sand called Trailerland. People don't understand about Trailerland. That's right. And if we've offended anybody tonight who lives in one of them prefabricated metal boxes, well, you know, we didn't mean to. And if we did, you've got every right to go out to that car park, start up your home in complete disgust and drive away. We apologize. In Trailerland.
Couple other special guests here on the fiddle, Mr. Jake Deadman Walker and Mr. Myron T. Buttram on the steel guitar there. All right, we want to bring out a special guest, ladies and gentlemen, once again, all the way, one of the finest West Country musicians, ladies and gentlemen, you're bound to come across anywhere. What a pleasure to have this man. Would you please welcome the one and only Mr. Stebbington Bailey.
Hello there, Stebbington Bailey, from the Rural Folk Collective. Travelled up today from Compton, Gurney. Oh, is that amusing to you, is it? You fickle metropolitan mayflies. Yes, I travelled up today, and you may think, with your derisory looks and your dark urban chuckling, that we are somehow not as clever as you, and you are better than us in your cosy metropolitan world. Well, I'd like to disabuse you of that notion. We have recently opened a Cafe Nero in Compton, Gurney. Only this morning I was sipping a hazelnut latte. Anyway, I'd like to sing a little song. This is about the countryside, and it's, well, basically it's to try and set right a few notions you may have that we might just be bumpkins. Folk music is a cutting-edge musical form. Thank you very much. Oh, come all ye dowsers, come all ye tilers, come all ye hedgerows, and all you crossword compilers. There's a war with the city folks, we must fight 'em. So come all ye whittlers of small novelty items. Oh, wither all the stoats and wither all the bowls. Now that the shopping centre's covered all your holes. Oh, where are the field mice, the coy pews and the vixen? Now the skulls are crushed beneath the new branch of Dixon. Now all you liberal townies, you just don't understand. I bet 3 weeks worth of thatching pay that you want hunting banned. Oh yeah, do you? Yeah? Right. Oh yeah? Well, we don't want the foxy killed. We don't think it's nice. Would you rather have the beagles with shampoos in their eyes? Yeah, because that's what happened, wouldn't you? You ban hunting, beagles right back down the labs, wouldn't you, hey? Back on the facts. How'd you like that then, London? So you know what I say about it, don't you? Shred, 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 shred the fox and spare the beagle's face. Your liberal sensibilities, they don't have any place. So when you want some shampoo action, just you better pipe down. Just get back in your Cherokees and fuck off back to town.
Steppington Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, a call to action. You all right, fella? You there now? Hey now, how are you? What's your name? I ain't got a lazy eye. I'm looking right at you now. Yeah. 'Cause you're the best audience member here. What's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis. All right. Got some fans here, Dennis. Are you in show business? What kind of work do you do?
Public relations.
Public relations. What kind of work do you do there at the public relations office?
Office manager.
You're an office manager. Oh. There's not a big legacy of folk songs about office managers, are there? Yeah. Not many songs have been handed down through the generations singing about the feats of office managers right there. Just that one. That one that office managers sort of hand down through the tradition, you know. The one about office managers. And what a sexy, sexy job that is. Well, some men toil in fields of oil, and some are forest rangers, and some fight fires, and some climb wires, and some live lives of danger, and some men work as gynecologists, working with orifices, but the men who stand tall most of all are the men who manage the offices. Well, he was mean as dirt, but he loved his work like an astronomer loves Venus. Yeah, listen well, and we'll tell you the tale of the fellow they call Big Dennis. Well, managing offices was all he knew. He'd done it since he was young. They say his father and his grandpa too both died of the Xerox lung. Both died of the Xerox lung. One caught it from the other. Big Dennis. Big Dennis. It was a cold and gray February day, and he was working round the clock. Yeah, Big Dennis was unloading paperwork from the office dock. When the driver slipped, he must have lost his grip, and that paperwork rolled down the hill. And in one quick breath, it sure looked like death. It was a big A4 spill. It was a big A4 spill. That's right. All the backed up office work that Dennis had ignored. Every public relations account was rolling down the hill, being soiled and heading right for his school bus full of children who were going to get hit by interviews with celebrities. What a way to go. Thousands of pounds of paper, and everybody ran. Nobody wanted to deal with office work. No one except Big Dennis. A man not afraid of a little paperwork. And when he saw that mountain of paper coming in the mountain, he thought, oh, Jesus, what's going to stop this? And he thought, scissors. Scissors beats paper every time. And he said, all right, townspeople, we're going to go out there to the river. We're going to get the two biggest struts we can find off that bridge. And I'm going to weld them with my super oxyacetylene torch that I keep in the drawer for the hefty paperwork. And we'll weld that into the biggest pair of scissors you've ever seen, and that'll stop that paper in its tracks. People looked at Dennis and said, what are you, fucking nuts? He said, it's a crazy plan, but it might just work. With the help of his PR mates, who went out and got other people because they're publicity experts. They got enough people to put that pair of scissors together with a heave and a hoe. And it went like heave, ho, heave, ho. Need more, heave, ho, heave, ho. Sure enough, when the paper saw that scissors, it headed right back up to the office. Yeah, Big Dennis had saved the day. Never got the credit he deserved. Believe it or not, it happened right on this spot. That's the truth. I ain't lying. There was a day so many years ago when Big Dennis kept the town from dying. It was a story that lives in legend. It's the story of which folks talk. But sadly that night on the way home, Dennis got killed by a rock. Big Dennis. Big bad Dennis. Big bad Dennis. There's another one we don't do every night. But when it works, God bless you, Dennis. Oh, you're going to be a hero now. Going to be some conversation around the water cooler. I got to spend every damn day surrounded by these goddamn Texans, ladies and gentlemen. There's one state you're going to get tired of hearing for the next 4 damn years. Texas, 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 Texas. It's Tennessee. That's the one that's happening. So I'll take you on a little trip. You want to go to Tennessee? Yeah. We got Nashville country music and we got Memphis soul. We ain't no suburb of old Mexico. We didn't get our asses kicked down at the Alamo. That was Texas, not Tennessee.
Well, in Texas, we got the mountains, and I also also believe we have the seashore.
You gave us George Bush.
You gave us Al fucking Gore.
George has fried 100 men, and he'll fry 100 more in Texas.
Law abiding.
Nah, Tennessee. Here's another thing. Your soil is rotten,
But there's oil beneath.
but you ain't got cotton.
Yeah, well, we got teeth.
But you ain't got Graceland, cause your state's a wasteland. That's Texas.
Ah, buddy, that's Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't see much sense, in arguing this thing to and fro. Maybe we should just ask that cowboy hat sweetheart right there in the front row, baby. Now, tell me, answer carefully, baby. Who's it gonna be? Is it Texas or Tennessee? Sounds of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jake Deadman Walker. Myron T. Buckram, ladies and gentlemen. Guitar. ZZ Top Call. Go a beard in your end. And on the bass, the Reverend Albie Ronson.
Sounds of Tennessee. Texas girls are pretty, and Texas girls are tall.
Texas girls are thyroid cases, 2 words. Jerry Hall.
All right, but Texas is huge. I mean, I can get in my car, I can drive and drive. 3 days later, I'm still driving through Texas, by God.
I had a piece of shit car like that myself once. In Texas, not Texas. Texas, you shot Kennedy in Texas, not Tennessee. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a great audience. Orson Carson and Albie Ronson. We'll see you again.